There it is, spinning around just like that. It could have been on the ground just for a little bit there. There were just some reports of some minor damage there. But yeah, that's the circulation right there. There's the little cone. You can kind of see it just a little bit, but yeah, just dropped a tornado as the circulation continues to track right across the Shelby County and Rusk County line. Again, Rusk County, you are no longer within this tornado warning, but now the northwestern sections of Shelby County still remains in this tornado warning. Heads up, Timpson, you definitely want to be in your safe spot at this time. This is 3D imagery of Hurricane Melissa. You can really see that eye there is a very well-defined eye. It's slowly but surely making its way over to Jamaica at this time. Its track right now is north-northeast at 9 miles per hour. It's dumping 20 to 30 inches of rain. We got storm surge, and of course those winds cranking at 185 miles per hour. Now, luckily, there are many sources of indoor warning methods as well, such as a NOAA weather radio, your smartphone, or even your TV. And you should never rely on just one of those methods just because it could fail. If the first freeze happens to catch you off guard, don't worry. What you want to do is take an insulated cover and cover all of your outdoor faucets like so. And on the inside, don't forget to let your indoor faucets drip as well. Good morning, everybody. First of all, I want to just apologize because I'm from Michigan and I think I kind of brought the Michigan weather with me. So I apologize for that. But we are going southbound on Broadway this morning, and we're just seeing just a sheet of ice. Luckily, not too many folks out on the roads at this point, and hopefully that kind of stays this way as we head into the rest of today. Start to see that little transition there by late Friday, and that's as that air mass is moving a little bit closer. You can kind of see where it becomes green, then pink, and then the blue. It'll really mainly just be freezing rain and sleet, and then on the backside you'll notice the little bit of snow that we're going to be seeing as this system begins to wrap up. What we're kind of watching for here in terms of how we can kind of compare it to a donut is the sprinkled donut. That's going to be your sleet. Those are your little ice pellets. And then as for freezing rain, that's going to be rain that freezes right on contact with the surface. So that gives you a little bit of a glaze. So we're going to be seeing kind of a mixture of a kind of a glazed donut scenario and a sprinkle donut scenario as well. So basically what happens is this warm and moist air rises and cools and condenses into clouds, but it can't really grow too much anymore because of this warm and dry layer of air. So there needs to be something to really force this air past this dry layer, and that can be the air really heating up close to the surface, or it could be a cold front, which is something that we did have, but the positioning of that cold front just wasn't right enough, and it just wasn't quite strong enough to really get these storms to fire. The cab was a little bit weaker out towards the DFW area and closer to central Texas. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tonight is a weather impact alert. We got the chance for some severe weather, and everything pretty much checks out on our severe weather checklist here. We got the warm temperatures. We're expecting to see the temperatures warm up into the low to mid 80s for this afternoon as the clouds begin to break apart. We certainly have the moisture available. It is feeling uncomfortable in parts of East Texas today as the humidity levels continue to rise. We do have the chance for a few rotating supercells, if not some rotation within this line of thunderstorms that'll be moving through into tonight, and certainly a lot of low-level wind shear, which is going to create the potential for severe thunderstorms. Storm energy really starting to ramp up at this point, and we do have an ignition ingredient in place off to the north and west in the form of a cold front and a dry line. So with that being said, the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, has parts of the area under a 3 out of 5 risk for strong and severe thunderstorms. That's going to go from Canton, Tyler, Henderson, Carthage, areas further to the northwest. We're talking about the potential for this complex of thunderstorms to roll through. Notice some of the purple in there. There is a potential for some hail. And I definitely do think above all the hazards, I think I'm most concerned with hail. We could get some pretty big hail in some parts of the area for tonight. Up to about 2 inches in diameter could be a potential hail size for this evening. So we'll be watching that very closely alongside some damaging wind gusts and 1 or 2 tornadoes also being possible as well, with a lower end chance for some flash flooding as well. So lots to watch for, and that's going to be between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. this evening. Hail damage is certainly going to be a potential issue there, as well as some broken tree limbs, which could also lead to some sporadic power outages as well. So make sure to just have that CBS 19 app ready to go, have multiple ways of receiving weather alerts for this evening, and have a plan in place, have a shelter in place in case severe weather moves in your direction. Now, there is a little bit of a chance for a couple of strong storms for Saturday evening as well. That's going to run from Canton all the way down to the northern parts of Shelby County. And the better chance for all of that will be further to the north, closer to the I-30 corridor and off to the north, where you got another 3 out of 5 risk in place as well. And you can see on Sunday kind of the same idea, a little bit lesser of an extent, with the better chance for strong to severe thunderstorms off to the north and west, where there is a 2 out of 5 risk for strong to severe thunderstorms. So as we time out future skycasts, pretty warm into this afternoon. Clouds will begin to break apart. We got temperatures up to about the middle to upper 80s. It does look like this complex of thunderstorms may just focus east of the US 69 corridor. So be watching that very closely, and then it starts to fade away as we continue into the overnight as it continues to move south across deep East Texas. And then temperatures as low as the upper 50s just north of that cold front there for your Saturday morning, then 80s to wrap up your Saturday afternoon. And there will be another chance for a couple of stronger storms closer to the I-30 corridor. Once again, that's where that 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe thunderstorms is, alongside maybe a couple of showers for Sunday morning as well. So as it stands, weather impact alert out for your Friday afternoon. And as we head into Saturday, there could be a couple of evening thunderstorms. Should be fairly dry for the most part into your Sunday. And then we have a chance for a couple of thunderstorms into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and into Thursday. So a fairly active week. There could be some embedded severe chances in there as well. So we'll have to watch that very closely. And then look at the temperatures as we head into next weekend. Wow. We go from the middle to upper 80s, warm and humid. And then we kick off the month of May with temperatures potentially as low as the low 70s. Thankfully, the humidity levels will be much lower, and overall be a much more comfortable forecast and a little bit more sunny as well.